Okay, starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, in the midst of pandemic, people have essentially nothing to do, especially mentioning the people that work from home and getting paid without leaving their home, right? Thus, born with these online unexperienced online investors that occupy themselves by investing into stocks. Now, what's the problem is here that since the popularity of these online investors all over media, all over online platforms, this only not caught the attention of these online investors by other online investors and real traders, but also caught the attention of these high trade blockers that essentially profit by manipulating these people that are inexperienced on this industry. Now, by this stating the facts that what are meme stocks and why people are doing it. Now, meme stocks themselves are unofficially started in 2020, especially right when the people, as I said before, in the midst of the pandemic, right? It has the potential to be the most upbringing benefit that these people gain from, that people hype up about these meme stocks, that they don't really recall them as meme stock, is that while you can gain a huge amount of benefit and revenue by limiting the low risk that you are gaining, that you have to put yourself to order to gain these rewards. Now, if you compare this to the people who are working remotely from home, they essentially get paid monthly by a fixed ratio. And then for the people that want to get more benefit out of themselves, since they have this more energy in themselves, they want to invest in this market, right? They want to invest in this in low risk, high reward situation that they believe that it will potentially benefit them. Now, most of these, by they stating the fact, is that these meme stocks themselves have no potential background to be sustainable in the future. Secondly, the high chance of this meme stock will profit those who are in control or privileged instead of these online investors that are just new to this spectrum. Now, we believe in our side of the house is that even if it brings high value over short-term benefit, the people who are in the middle or lower class, especially mentioning that the people who are working from home, the people who have these jobs that they have to be taking account for and using the funding from their salary to do these type of gambling on this investing, is that they will receive more harm rather than getting the expectation that they will receive these high value over in a period short time. Now, firstly, the unlikely they will gain any investment back, and then let alone a revenue, is that, well, I will give you an analogy. If I invest 1 million rupiah, and then the high chance I will get that if the stock were to go decrease in value, the high likely that I will get my 1 million rupiah is very unlikely. Thus, not even mentioning that I will get any revenue from my 1 million rupiah. Now, if it doesn't go well, I will get the high chance of that loss, thus eliminating most of my funding that are from salary, and maybe making me more depressed in the more future. Now, secondly, the middle and low class, especially in the post-COVID, are still struggling to find a stable job. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, you need to realize that people in this situation, even in status quo right now, people are hard to find jobs that are stable to do their everyday things. Not to mention by buying them food, paying their house, paying water, paying electricity. People need to take account if you think that this will benefit them just because they can gain a high value, high money, high rewards over a short time by investing their own money that they alone cannot, especially cannot buy, cannot purchase all of these assets in a 1 month period that they are supposed to pay them, right? Now, I'm not saying that all of these middle class workers are essentially people who has family. These are people who live themselves, that has to pay for themselves, and they don't have any backup on sort of what to do if they don't win on this investment. Thirdly, most of these investors are unexperienced, thus linking back to where meme stock have these influencers who are hyping the stocks would do anything and relying on these followers to be the leading foundation as profiting the one who in power, especially those influencers, and as I said before, the one who are in the real traders such as hedge fund. Now, fourthly, since most of this foundation is based on traders who are working 9 to 11 jobs, as I said before, the trend will not last forever since people will return to jobs. So these people who are working from home will return to their job, will not take any time again on this investment, leaving it to dust and back again, decreasing the value since they don't have any real foundation, because the foundation itself is by those followers, right? Now, fifth, since like I said before, the meme stock rely heavily on online hype and high-profile figures such as Elon Musk, and because they are to be trusted, it's to boost the hype and being the pillar of the ongoing foundation. These leave people with no check and balance on whether the company they are investing has a reliable fundamental. Example, since it's more of a gambling, if you're right, you can benefit, and if you're wrong, you can lose. In the case that in the dying retail or gaming shops called GameStop, people from e-commerce are hyping it all over social media because that they think that this will go in price, and not realizing the bad benefit that even though this company is dying, people still trust these online hypers that they will go high in price, thus not profiting the one that invests the most, especially those online investors, thus leaving them in dust. Now, eventually, that the final case is that the companies who are dying, such as GameStop, will take notice of this. They don't just sit around waiting for the price to go up. They will take notice and especially expand more shares, thus making the shares more invaluable for the online consumer and not making them more value. Thus, even though they are limiting themselves, they are also limiting the money that they gain. Thus, I think this is very harmful for the society and for especially those middle class. Thus, I am very proud to propose.